So Burger King proved that they don't use preservatives in the dumbest way possible. That is just one of the 5 commercials we'll be talking about today that were just massive flops. So we all think of ads and commercials as these innocent yet annoying videos that just randomly pop up while you're playing video games, or just spontaneously appear while you're watching that football game. And normally they're not that important, they're just stuff that we ignore. But occasionally these ads and commercials go a step too far. And those ones, my friends, are what we're going to be discussing in this video. So what exactly was this commercial trying to achieve? Were they just like, oh, our burgers get moldy pretty quickly, and that's why you shouldn't buy McDonald's? Like, nobody needed to see this. This is just one of those cases where all you have to do is put text on the screen that says no preservatives were used. You know what? At least they proved they weren't lying. I'll give them that. Now, this isn't on the list of commercials that I was planning to discuss with you today, but the Burger King commercial kind of reminds me of an ad where telling the truth was not the case. So I think we all know the game Block Blast, right? Basically the Temu version of Tetris that all teenagers are into. Now, according to the ad, their game has no ads, which may just be the biggest lie ever. I literally tried everything to get rid of the ads. I installed an ad blocker, I went on a private DNS, I went offline, and I even went in airplane mode. And literally none of that got rid of the ads. Okay, for this next ad, let's play a game called Find 3 Things Wrong with This Picture. Did you not immediately find them? Okay, first of all, what was this ad trying to achieve? Keep in mind that this was made by an apparel company. God knows what they were trying to do. Maybe destroy friendships, who knows? Second of all, look at the man's face. You know what that looks like? Future jail time. And now look at the woman's face. Okay, I wasn't gonna say anything about her. But when you put the two of them together, it looks extremely suggestive. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and spike my best friend's eggnog when they're not looking, since that's the greatest idea ever. Who's gonna do that? Next, have a look at this commercial from 2006 from this sandwich shop called Quiznos.
We love these songs! 'Cause they are good to us!
Not too traumatizing, is it? Okay, first of all, who is this? I can't sleep because I saw this figure. And what is that singing? As a terrible singer, watching this made me feel good. Also, whoever made this commercial, they could have at least put a little bit more effort into that song. It was an abomination. That song makes my ears want to bleed, and it barely even rhymes. So what are my thoughts on it? Maybe don't make a song that sounds like it was written by a toddler. And while you're at it, just hire an opera singer to sing it. And finally, they shouldn't have made those characters look like they had too much Botox. Ugh, it gives me the chills. So this next ad is a Starbucks one from the early 2000s. It looks pretty innocent, right? Well, apparently it's not. People were comparing the grass in the picture to New York City and the drinks to the Twin Towers. Now, honestly, I don't really see it, but do you guys? I don't even know why I'm talking about this ad. I feel like this is more like a dumb attempt to cancel Starbucks. I guess there's a few things they could have done better here, but honestly, nothing really stands out to me. I think it's pretty clear that Starbucks had no intention of making a 9/11 themed ad. The last but not least ad that we'll be talking about today is one made by an identity theft protection company called Lifelock. And basically on many billboards that I will not be showing, they put someone's social security number. Like, you can't even make this up. I thought that this was an identity theft protection company, but from this ad I get the impression that it's more of an identity theft company. Whoever's social security number that was, it's like they were asking to have their identity stolen. And needless to say, that is exactly what happened. Because in a very expected turn of events, this person's identity was stolen 13 times. Now, I'd like to point out that making ads or commercials for any reason is a big risk. You got thousands, potentially millions of people that you're giving your first impression to. And you have to make sure that your business is suitable for everyone. And that's what's really hard to do. The reason that these 5 commercials and ads were a huge flop was because they ultimately failed at this step. And those ads and commercials didn't just suit some people, they suited nobody. For example, the average person doesn't want Burger King after seeing a moldy burger. Do you think it's a good idea to spike your best friend's eggnog while they're not looking? I'll leave that one up to your guys' judgment. Should I go to a sandwich shop if their commercial had an earworm that failed to get into my ear? Or is someone gonna be like, oh, I saw the picture of the Twin Towers, I'm gonna go to Starbucks now? And finally, do you think that a said identity theft protection company would be trusted after literally leaking someone's identity in their ads? Probably not. So anyways, the lesson here is, if there's something that you think is funny but others may not think is funny in your commercials, you won't get success. What will actually happen is your entire business will get f***ed up. Okay, before you go, I wanted to show you one last ad from Airbnb that's honestly pretty relatable. As you can see, it says, "Dear Public Library System, we hope you use some of the $12 million in hotel taxes to keep the library open later. Love, Airbnb." Oh, what a nice professional letter. And honestly, Airbnb kind of makes a point. Now, this ad stirred up a lot of controversy because it was apparently passive-aggressive, but I honestly don't blame Airbnb for saying this. I wouldn't necessarily call this ad bad. Anyways, I just thought that one was kind of funny. So if you made it this far into the video, you are amazing. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.